Good morning, my sweet friends. It is 7:15 on a Saturday, and I am awake because A, I'm teaching class in the morning, but also because I made a commitment to myself that I am going to set a more established morning routine. So I'm going to wake up an hour earlier than I have to in order to do things. For instance, this morning I read my devotional, I meditated, and I'm about to go get a short little walk slash jog, run, sprint, whatever I decide to do in. And yeah, so I wanted to share something with you that was kind of a radical shift in my mindset this morning. I'm about to get a little woo-woo spiritual hippie on your ass right now, so it's okay if you're into that sort of thing. And even if you're not, just keep an open mind as you're watching this video, because a few months ago I had no idea what meditation even was, what it did for you. I just thought it was like some monk sitting on top of a mountain and just chilling up there trying to become enlightened, and I didn't have judgments about it. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. Let's be honest. Because I just wasn't raised like that. I was raised to think that you need to be on your knees and praying and talking to God, and while I think that's important, I was raised a Christian, I still think that's important, but I read a quote the other day that was like, prayer is when you talk to God, meditation is when God talks to you, and I was like, wow, that's so true. So I found the most groundbreaking breakthroughs that I've ever made in my life, and the most clear-minded I've ever been is when I'm meditating. So I'll go into a whole separate video about meditation. Today's video I want to share with you something that I did this morning during my meditation. So one of the things I have my clients do is practice visualization of their goals. So think of a track athlete. I know most of you have probably heard of people envisioning themselves actually winning a race. They're crossing the finish line. They imagine how that feels. They imagine putting that medal on. They imagine just every single sense of what it feels like to cross that finish line in their body, what's going on in the environment, what exactly that looks like, how they feel emotionally as well. So I practiced the same thing this morning with my body. So I have a new goal for myself, that I want to lose 10 pounds by January 13th. And some of you are probably like, okay, where are you going to lose 10 pounds from? Your toe? I understand that I'm already relatively lean, but in order to get to where I want to be physically, those are the things that I need to do. Yeah, I'll do another video about my goals. So today, what I wanted to tell you and share with you that completely shifted my mindset in my meditation this morning was I visualized exactly how I would feel when I reach that goal. So I wake up and I literally scanned my body from my ankles all the way up to my forehead. So just to give you some sort of idea, this is what it kind of sounded like. Okay, so scanning up from my ankles. Okay, my calves are strong and powerful, and they allow me to sprint. They allow me to do box jumps. Going up to my quads, they're very strong. All the way back around my hamstrings, my glutes are well developed. And notice I'm not saying things that are negative in a negative way. I'm not saying like, God, I wish I could get rid of this cellulite. Holy crap. Oh my God, I wish I was leaner. Oh my God. It's really focusing on the positive aspect of what you want your body to look like and feel, and what having that body will do for you. Okay, and not in a negative way, but in a positive way. So maybe that helps people become more attracted to you, not only because you look a certain way, but because you look that way, you have more confidence in yourself. So my glutes are really strong. They allow me to squat lower, and they're nice and perky. Okay, going all the way up, I felt my stomach. What would it feel like to have cuts on the side of my stomach and down into my obliques? what would it feel like to look in the mirror in the morning and be like, wow, okay, I finally see my abs. This is awesome, because I know they're under there. They're just a little layer, a little cushioned in there right now. What would it feel like to reach around the back of my body and have a nice, strong back, nice, broad shoulders, have the shoulder separation, the little line right here is what I'm talking about. So you get the idea. I pretty much just went up, scanned my whole entire body, really envisioned what it would feel like physically, like actually touched my body and felt what it would feel like to have those muscles and more definition in my body and more tone, as many people like to call it, which really is the presence of muscle with the absence of fat. That's where the tone comes from. So you have to build the muscle, and then you get rid of the fat, and then you can see the muscle, which is the tone. But yeah, so I just went up and I not only felt the way my body would physically feel, I felt the emotions that I would feel looking at my body in that way. So how powerful I would feel when my glutes are so strong that I'm able to finally get below parallel in my squat, and they're super strong and they're activating and firing properly. And I can do box jumps, I can sprint, I can do more pull-ups because I'll be lighter. I'll look in the mirror and feel confident, not that I don't already, but even more so because I know I was dedicated and disciplined enough to stick to my goal and see it all the way through. So that's just a little technique that I like to practice, and I hope by sharing this it wasn't too like woo-woo hippie and over your head. And maybe even if it was, just open your mind and try it, because I'm telling you, it is transformational, and it doesn't even have to be some woo-woo hippie thing. It really honestly is just a visualization technique that you can apply to not only your body, but your career, your relationships. Like, imagine that goal you have set for yourself. Think of a goal right now and think about how powerful and how awesome it would feel to reach that goal. Just being disciplined and being all there, all present in the moment, and enjoying the journey along the way, because that is the biggest part of it. It's so important to enjoy every step that you have to take to get there, even the hard times, the discipline, because that is when you grow the tough skin. That is when you grow. I was thinking about this yesterday. If somebody could just wave a magic wand and it would be January 13th already, and I would have lost the 10 pounds. Would I choose to allow that person to wave that wand and forward me directly into January 13th when I have already lost the weight? Or would I rather go through the journey, learn what I needed to learn, and experience tremendous growth throughout that time? I would rather, it might suck a little bit more, but I would rather go through the experience and the journey, because that is when you grow. That's when all the real transformation happens. And learning to love yourself, no matter if you have a little fluff, you don't have a little fluff, or whatever it is, that's so transformational for you as a human. So enjoy the journey, enjoy the struggle. There's beauty in the struggle. And yeah, let me know if you guys end up trying this visualization technique, because I have a feeling it just changed the game for me, because now that vision is so clear in my mind. We were talking about this in my fall challenge group, how sometimes we don't stick to our goals because we don't even feel like they're possible. So for me, I've never had like clearly defined abs, and I'm not exactly trying to get like super ripped, but I would love to see the lines in my stomach more than just the top, because they've always been there, but all the way down. And sometimes like I could think to myself, okay, that's not even possible because I've never seen it before. But now visualizing it and actually feeling it on my body and what it would feel like from a physical and an emotional standpoint, and what it would do for my confidence, and just like I said, for strength purposes also, I just feel like it's possible now. So if anything, it gives you the courage to know that it is possible, because you can do absolutely anything you put your mind to. It's your mind that's stopping you. So get out of your own way, try this visualization, open your mind, and do it. Love you guys. Hope you have a great weekend.